whole notion that the 49ers thought that they could bring back all the veterans and don't have to care about the draft to make a Super Bowl run,
Mhm.
I think that whole notion is fundamentally flawed. Because if you look at all the previous Super Bowl teams, even the one 2019 that we went to Super Bowl, we got critical contributions from the draft class.
Bosa and Debo.
Every Super Bowl team, you
Primo.
rely so heavily on it. Yeah, veterans are good, but what really makes the difference is getting contributions from your draft picks.
Yes.
And I think the fact that the Niners brass try to sell the players like, hey, we don't need to care about the draft this season. Like, we are going to draft all people and redshirt them this year.
Because we're that good.
Yeah,
What are you
because we are
talking about?
exactly. I mean, that again, as players, they would have seen this. I mean, and I feel that that's one of the big reasons why it feels like the players never bought into this whole thing right from the get-go.
Right.
It just feels like everybody's confused, right? Because if that's a message that you're trying to tell the players, it's like, what are you talking?
It's a mixed message.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here? Yeah.
Exactly.
Are we a team, or are we just a bunch of people with egos that have their own agendas?
Correct. Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
this team looks like, honestly, a bunch of individuals with their own agendas this year.
Correct. Exactly. And because, I mean, for me, the lack of leadership has been one of the most disappointing things. And I look at players like Kittle, Fred, why aren't these players making the people around them better, right? Because they're supposed to be leaders. They got to make the other people better. But I feel that it's just the message coming from the top. It's just so confusing, and even to the team leaders, because you're saying that you're making a Super Bowl run, but at the same time, like, I'm going to draft a bunch of players, like, who I'm going to redshirt. That just doesn't sound right at all.
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
And the second thing is, I mean, Kyle, he's just confusing the heck out of the fan base with all the mixed messages that he's putting forth. To me, it just feels that even for Lance, I mean, I know that he's in some ways, like, he's trying to protect Lance, saying that, hey, I'm going to make sure that you're 100% ready before I bring you on. But everything that has transpired, the moment Lance steps on the field, he's going to be under a lot more pressure because of all the mixed messages that has been out there, right? As fans, you don't even know what to expect now. I mean, if Lance steps on field, do I expect him to be good, bad? What should I really expect?
Right, because Kyle hasn't told the fans what to expect.
Exactly. So, and it just puts even more pressure, I feel, on Lance, the way this entire thing has been managed with all the messages, right? It almost feels like, hey, just take a 2-week break. Like, don't even talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Because it's just so confusing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle, I keep coming back to what he said on Friday is very interesting. It's the first time he kind of felt like, I felt like he was changing his tune. Like he seemed a little nervous. Like, look, I'm being watched. I need to change. I need to be more, I need to say something nice about Trey. So let's see what happens, man. Maybe he'll play Trey against the Rams. We'll see.
Yeah.
What if that's a big surprise Sunday night?
Yeah, exactly. So we just
said that they could see him very soon. Maybe he's hinting that we're going to see a lot of Trey Lance in this game.
Yeah, hopefully. Or maybe it's, again, one of those mixed messages, right? Next week, he comes and says something totally different. And that's been the frustrating thing right from the day that they traded up all the spots. It's like, it's all the messages that's coming out is so confusing. And it's just
not just confusing the fan base, it's confusing the locker room.
It's confusing the locker room too. And I think that's been the tough part.